Hey everyone, Ryugo Reviews here. I forgot to do I didn't forget to do my Survivor recap. I just got home late from work Wednesday night, and I haven't had time to make it until now. So let's get started. So to recap on episode 6 of Survivor Island of the Idols, we missed Sandra and Rob last week, and I don't know what the other fans are thinking, but I kind of like this element. I mean, would I like it every season? No. But, once every few seasons or so, get winners out there, maybe. I don't know. I just like the idea. I mean, how cool is that to be out there on Survivor and you go to this island, which you think might be Exile Island or whatever, and you see two of your idols that you've been watching for years. I mean, that's got to be an intense moment. I gotta love their reactions to the tribe members, and I really like their tribal council commentary. Like I've mentioned many times in my videos, I want just their reactions at tribal council to be on like the DVD footage. But Elaine went to the island of the idols, and not by choice. She went there because she was the person that sat out of the challenge. So her lesson was that she had to be bold and daring, and she had until the sand ran out to make a decision. Well, right away she said, "Yeah, I'll do it, whatever it is." And Rob, I love him. He's like, didn't even she didn't even know what I was gonna offer, but she's like, "I'll take it, Rob. I'll take it." I'm like, mm-hmm. Basically, what they offer her is that like how we've seen in challenges before, how there's like an idol or something hidden in the challenge, and it's always been kind of toward the end of the challenge, and everyone's kind of too focused on watching them throw a ball or getting something or another, so they're very distracted. Well, this is in the middle of the challenge, so everybody's around you and it's out in the open, so it's a little bit different than when they've hidden stuff in the challenges before. But as we found out, it's not an idol. It's actually the advantage to block a vote. So, given the right circumstances, that could be useful, and it has to be used at the next tribal council. So, it does make a very interesting tribal because there's 4 original Vokai and 4 original Lyro. And with there being a tie, for conversation's sake, if Lyro doesn't flip, Vokai doesn't flip, they'll have a tie vote. If they revote and they still have a tie and they can't make a unanimous decision, they'll go to rocks. And it really makes you question, would you be willing to go to rocks? And I guess, again, it's different out there because we're just watching it at home and they're actually playing the game. But I feel like it's a lose-lose situation because if you do go to rocks, you're risking your game that you've worked so hard for out there by chance. But then if you decide not to go to rocks, and well, yeah, if you decide not to go to rocks and you're the one that changes your vote, then you'll be known as a flip-flopper and people may not trust you. Personally, me, I would not want to go to rocks for anybody because I would not want my game to be over. Like, I'd rather be voted out and have some dignity than to be voted, not even voted out, but just to have the game choose you and you pulled the rock. Like, that would be completely devastating to anybody. So it seemed like Vokai was willing to go to rocks, but Lyra wasn't willing to. So now with the block a vote, Lyra, or former Lyra, I should say, does have the power in the game. But the question is, whose vote do you steal and who's the target? And yeah, it was a very interesting episode. Aaron still basically wants Elaine gone, but he does notice that he does need to step up his game and be more sociable so he'll be more liked. I definitely think that Aaron should be one of the next people to go home because he is a little bit paranoid, but he's also I think he also does know what he's doing. Like, at first, I feel like his game was just, oh, Ronnie got voted out, I'm gonna vote these people off. But he's not like one of those people that makes it about his whole game. That, like, he's actually seeing that, okay, I need to step it up and I need to actually make connections with these people. He sees that Elaine is making all these connections with people and she's not like trying. I mean, she is, but she isn't. Like, I feel like she's just, it's just her personality is just able to click very well and she's very likable. So she does, he is right by saying that if she does make it to the end, she has a very good chance of making it because right now she has a pretty good social game. There was an intense moment between Jamal and Jack, and I'm not going to discuss that in this video only because I have some opinions about it and I'm going to discuss that in another video. So, for the reward challenge, I believe they were able to win chickens, and Vokai ended up winning the reward challenge. For tribal council, on the other hand, this is where Elaine had to get the advantage, and she was able to get it. So I give her major props for that. And she decides to tell Elizabeth, which in some cases would be a very bold move to tell somebody you have an advantage, but it's actually smart thinking because Elizabeth is the only other person on that tribe who has been to Island of the Idols. So, in a way, they kind of have to help each other out because Elaine knows the real truth of what goes on Island of the Idols, and she didn't tell everybody, hey, Elizabeth's a liar. Like, they decided to help each other out and see how they could use this advantage to their advantage. So, when tribal council comes along, they do discuss the potential to go in the rocks, and it's like, as a player, you don't want to see that happen, but as a fan, you're like kind of wishing, like, oh my god, are they gonna draw rocks? Like, it's very intense. So they kind of know, I guess it kind of anticipated something was up because Elaine didn't wait until after the votes were read. So obviously they knew it wasn't an idol, but they probably thought it was an advantage, but weren't sure what the advantage was. And Elaine does use the block the vote challenge, block the vote advantage, which I give her credit for using at that tribal council, because other people have either gone home with idols in the pockets or they become null and void. So she decides to block Jason's vote, but they bring up was it Sandra or Rob brought up an interesting point. Just because they blocked Jason's vote doesn't mean he'll be the target. Sure enough, it ended up being Jason to be the target, and Jason got sent home. So now on that tribe, Lyro has the numbers. So I don't think this next episode, now correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't see the previews. I don't believe I saw the previews for next week. If not this week, the following week I definitely think is going to be the merge episode. So that's when things are going to get a little bit interesting. And if the new Vokai loses again, which I doubt they would, but if they do, they better get Aaron off immediately. Aaron or Missy, because they let either one of them go to the merge. They are going to be the challenge beasts, or challenge threats, I should say. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's or Wednesday night Survivor. If you guys want to check out Survivor, it is on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on CBS. Until next time, stay regal.